Hello party people, this is Bird's Eye Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we have a reading about just trying to define what is going on in this connection, especially if there's been a no contact situation, but not necessarily, but any kind of confusion you might have in a connection with any person, whether it be romantic or friendship or even a business connection. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Because I feel in the collective there's a lot of just confusion, this energy of the moon. If you know about the moon in tarot, the moon is kind of the card of confusion, of haziness, of like Neptunian energy. All right, so I've got 3 piles already set out for you. And you just need to use your intuition to pick one pile. I usually say you can pick more than one, but because this is about a specific situation, it's probably easier just to pick one. But you can think of another person and then pick another pile if that resonates with you. Of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not fit, don't try to force it to fit. However, you do want to think of these as metaphors, as representative and not literal explanations, because it is a general reading, so nothing is going to, or very, very little is going to apply exactly, although some things may. So you might just have to use your intuitive mind in conjunction with my own to find the information that you really want. Okay, so we're gonna pick between pile 1 with this sparkly orange Vanadite. I don't know if you can see the sparkles a little bit. Pile 2 with this, I don't know what that's, oh, I think it's because I've been using these crystals with candles. I got a little wax on it. So pile 2 is selenite. And pile 3 is this blue kyanite. So I'll give you a few more moments to pick your pile, and then we will be ready. Alright, if you chose group 1 with this sparkly orange Vanadite, then this is your reading. So what's going on in this connection? I know you're ready to figure it out, so we have building blocks for your advice. We're going backward as usual. We have projection. We have tranquillité, which is obviously tranquility. We have the Hermit reversed. Oh, we might have room for more cards. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have we're going to turn this over. We have the 9 of Coins. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the Lover's card. And let's see, where can we put? And we have the Queen of Wands here. So on your side of the situation, I feel like you've kind of come to a conclusion where you're kind of at peace with the fact that this connection might not work out. Because there's just been a lot of problems between you two. There's just been a lot of arguments. There's been a lot of, especially, I feel like you're both very stubborn people. You both have a stubborn streak at least, or maybe even you're both earth signs with these pentacles here. But I think that there's been a lot of disconnect in the way that you communicate. You haven't, maybe one or both of you, somebody in the relationship hasn't been willing to see the point of view of somebody else, and instead they've kind of just decided not to speak, for now. I'm hearing here, and I'm seeing in the Four of Swords that you're kind of taking a break, or if you haven't been taking a break, then this might be a sign that you should consider taking a break in the relationship, because there are fundamental issues between you two that cannot be resolved without proper communication. And if you're not ready for that right now, if either one of you is not ready for that right now, then it's going to collapse in on itself, okay? I see that this relationship could definitely work out, but there's just somebody unwilling to do something. Maybe it's somebody unwilling to speak right now. It's maybe this is, the silent treatment. Maybe that's what's happening. So for some of you, the reason if you are here for no contact is that's it, because somebody's giving the silent treatment, or they might even feel like they deserve to be treated with silence, or they're giving it's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain, but it's like a situation where this person feels ashamed for something they've done, so they assume that you should be giving them the silent treatment, and therefore they haven't been contacting you. Okay. I'm guessing this is you with a lot of confidence, and I feel like this confidence can kind of overwhelm the other person. This might even make them a little bit insecure with themselves, because they have never had the confidence that you seem to exude, or vice versa, and it just seems like it's a basic part of you, and yeah, they don't know how to deal with that. So what's the basic truth of the situation? The Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Yeah, so there's conflict about, it could be a conflict about money, it could be conflict about funds. If you are not in a no contact situation, if you are indeed talking, but I think the communication is still very murky, very not the best communication. But regardless, if you're, whether or not you are, there's something about independence, actually, because with the Nine of Pentacles there is this idea, and the Queen of Pentacles, there's this idea of independence, and maybe there's this feeling that someone is being clingy, somebody is being projecting too much of themselves onto the other, and feeling like they never can be alone. But that's not necessarily true. The person who feels this way could just feel that way, but it might not actually, their feelings might not reflect the reality of the situation, right? It could just be that they have in the past been with somebody who is overbearing, and so now they project this idea onto you. So regardless, I think the advice here would be to go back to the basics, try to find, but give them time. First of all, give them space, give them time. But at the end of the day, when you're able to communicate again, if you both really want this to work out, then you need to find the fundamentals that brought you together. You need to figure out what was it within each other that you loved, and feed those things. And I think I'm hearing the childlike nature. So if somebody has gotten too serious, perhaps, and they need to go back to the childlike nature they had before. I think you had, maybe before you were it's like before one or both of you was kind of a loner, and then you were no longer loners because you were with each other all the time, and then you developed these lives. So maybe it's also because somebody is working a lot and then they go home, and it's just like they never have time for themselves. So that's something that you definitely both need to figure out when everybody's ready for contact again. Is just, how do you balance work, play, alone time, all of that stuff? How do you balance it? And how do you think of the person without using your past experience with other people who have nothing to do with that person? How do you think of them as their own individual person without projecting those experiences onto them? I'm not saying that's you doing that, but I'm saying somebody is probably doing that, and that's a good thing to be working on. So, I'm gonna ask, we're just gonna pull some cards. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're gonna pull some cards to see where we're at as far as the advice goes. So what should group number 1 do as far as this difficult connection that they're in right now? This murky connection, no contact situation. Oops, my cards just flew everywhere. What should group number 1 do? The Tower reversed. Interesting. The Queen of Pentacles again. And then the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody has got to give a little bit. Somebody has to, one or both of you really has to end this stubborn streak. It is not helpful to continuously be inflexible. There has to be some kind of flexibility, or, it might not work out. That's totally up to you, but, if you have to have some form of flexibility, and I'm not saying it's you. Again, it could be either one of you or any of you. But somebody is going to really need to change their perspective and change the way, to allow this disintegration of this pride factor that is getting in the way before it ruins the relationship completely. Okay, so there is hope here for sure. But it's going to be work. It's going to take work to deconstruct these narratives that you or the other person have created in your mind that just doesn't allow for growth or flexibility with another person. Because life is about compromise, right? We can't do everything exactly how we want it all the time, because if we did, nobody would want to be around us. So there's got to be a give and take, and but there's also got to be comfort. You have to be able to be comfortable around each other, and I think that it's just going to take work. But I really don't see, well, for most of you, I don't see that this is a devastating blow to the relationship. I just think that it's going to take work. However, for just a few of you with this Tower in reverse, this could mean that the relationship needs to kind of be destroyed for at least a while so that it can be reconstructed, whether that be with another person or whether that be together. But yeah, for some of you, you definitely, you'll know if this is you, but for some of you, you definitely need to just You need to, do what you want to do, but the universe is telling you that it would be probably best to just call it quits for now. And I think that would create more flexibility for you in the future, because it's not calling it quits forever. Maybe that would be the tower upright, but it's just like, it should be official. There needs to be an official calling it quits if that's what's going to happen. Because right now, for some of you, you're kind of in limbo. All right, so, well, that was group number 1. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's really important for the channel. And I hope to see you again next time. Have a wonderful day. Good luck with the situation. Let me know in the comments what's up. And yeah, hope it works out. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Alright, if you chose group number 2 with the selenite stick, then this is your reading. Oh, okay. Starting out hot. We have sexuality. We have étranger, which means like foreign or foreigner. We have the Two of Wands. Wow, we have the Two of Swords as well. We have the King of Wands. We have the Star. We have the Five of Swords. We have the High Priestess, another 2. So 222 might be an important symbol for you. And we have community. Okay. So cooperation is a big question here. I think that in this connection, there's been a lack of cooperation, but and whether that be because of something that is changeable or unchangeable kind of depends on who you are. But I think for some of you, you really had, oddly enough, you've had a disagreement about physical intimacy. For some of you, you felt very distant. You felt as if the other person hasn't even wanted to touch you, hasn't felt attracted to you. You felt insecure about this person because of that, or vice versa. You felt like something was up for a while, but it's just like you don't really know what it is. You've had little arguments, but again, you don't know what it is, but they always kind of get better. And whether or not you're in contact with this person right now, it's like you're just really misty on how this other person feels about you. Because one minute they're acting like they want to be with you. They would they would go the distance for you, and then another moment they're saying, they're just giving you these strange answers that don't really make sense. That you're just not really sure about, and you can't make heads or tails of it. This person is very very confident in their own skin, I think, or at least they've been trying to be that way, and maybe it's kind of this journey that they're having that is causing them to kind of need to take a step back. because there's not really a good reason for it. It's just like that's just how they feel. It's just what's going on in their heart. They need to take a step back from everybody, even maybe the whole community, in order to see things in a new way and to feel differently about themselves. So this person might have taken a step back from you, and you thought that it was about the fact that they weren't attracted to you anymore, or maybe it was just that you just didn't feel you thought they just didn't feel a connection with you anymore. If this was another kind of relationship, could be a friendship still. This could just be a strong connection, or an incompatibility. This person might be considering going abroad, if we're taking this literally, or they might live far away from you. They might live, it might be a good bit driving distance, or they could live across the country, or, or they could be considering doing so. I really do see travel here. So they could be, for some of you, this person could be distancing themselves, not because of anything to do with you, but because they are considering moving to another place. And they don't want to get any deeper in their relationship with you if they're going to be moving to another place, because they know that would hurt you and that would also hurt them, right? But this is what's getting to me right here, is the star. Because this says that there is hope for this relationship. It's just that there's been a lot of, I don't want to say bad communication, but there's been a lot of, communication that didn't really help anything, is what I'm hearing. It's like you talk, but you say nothing. Not you, but you both together. You talk, but you say nothing, and it's almost like if you just decided to open your eyes to each other and actually tell each other the truth, because you're both hiding something from each other. And it depends on who you are to get any more specific. But you're both hiding something from each other. You're both keeping secrets from each other. And I think you both sense that from each other. Somebody might want to move to a different part of the world, or the other, across the city even. But the other person is feeling like, like they already know that this is the place that they want to be. This is the place they already call home, and they don't want to change that. Okay? So maybe somebody doesn't feel at home in this place. And so again, at the end of the day, this is not about you. This is about how they feel about the place they're in their lives, or in reality, on the earth, whatever, like metaphorically or literally. It's about the place they're in their life. And they really, what they need from you is just some understanding, but obviously what you need from them is a little bit more talk. You want to know. Obviously, you want to know if they are thinking about moving away. You want to know if they're thinking about changing their life drastically. And you want to know if that includes you, right? And the thing is that they're going to need some time to decide that, I think. Anything else here? Okay. I had more information from the last pile, so I'm going to pull some more cards. So, give me pile two's side of the story, and pile two's person side of the story. Pile two's side of the story. Pile two person side of the story. And the real middle ground truth of the matter. So we're getting your side of the story, your personal side of the story, and the kind of the middle of the road, which is usually the truth of the matter. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. Interesting 7-7. So first of all, this connection was destined. This is a past. You two knew each other in a past life, and this is a teachable connection. Whether that means it's going to last forever is really, well, it very well might. With this Ten of Pentacles, it has lasting power. That's not the expression I'm looking for, but it has staying power, right? But you both have this confusion in words and in thought. So this person doesn't know how to speak. He or she or they keep stories to, they change the truth, they bend the truth, but you, now don't take this the wrong way, but you don't share your thoughts with this person. You have a lot of thoughts, you have a lot of feelings, but you do not give them the benefit of knowing it. So it's not that you bend the truth, but you just don't tell them all of the truth. And it's not that they don't want to tell you everything, but they don't know how to be confident in telling the whole truth. This doesn't mean that they're lying about something serious. It could be. I mean, I can't say that for sure, but they could be. But I don't think so. I just think that they're not telling you. They're telling you what you want to hear, and you're telling them what you wish it was. Like, you're telling them how you see it, but the way you see it is almost like the way you see it is kind of just a dream. It's what you dream it to be. But the truth of the matter is there's so much staying power, and there's so much power in this connection. I honestly, for many of you, this is a person you're going to get married to. Not all of you. Only take that if it resonates in your heart right now. Because it's really just for some of you. But this is a relationship that is meant to be happening, first of all, and also one that it's so good for you both for one reason or the other, even though there's toxic traits to every single relationship, and I think we're seeing those toxic traits come out more here. There's still something so comfortable and so good about this relationship. So let's I want to just get one more card about the Ten of Pentacles here. Spirit, please tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Interesting. So for some of you, this is a friendship. The Six of Cups can talk about friendship. For some of you, you've known this person since your childhood. For some of you, this person has known about your past traumas, and you've given them a lot of information about that. So that's why you feel so secure in this relationship, because that's one thing that they always have been really good at is, supporting you in your trauma. Another six. No, sorry, that's a 4. So 4 of Swords. So don't worry if there's been some no contact, because I think this person is just going through an emotional situation. This person is trying to get their bearings in life, and they might need some space with that 4 of Swords. But they're just trying to grow, and they're trying to learn how to tell the truth without sacrificing their own I don't want to say integrity, sacrificing their own happiness, because I think that might be why they don't tell the full truth sometimes, is because they want you to be happy, but that sacrifices their happiness, right? All right. Well, I think that is all for group number 2. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Tell me how this resonated and if this was helpful for you. Come back if when things start to pan out a little bit and tell me how it goes. And I just wish you the very best. And I will see you next time, group 2. Thank you so much. Bye. So, if you chose the blue kyanite, group number 3, then this is your reading. We have victory, victoire. We have cadeau, which means gift. We have the 10 of wands. We have the Empress. Interesting. We have the 9 of swords. Let's move these center a little bit. We have the 5 of wands. The 4 of cups. The Fool. Sorry. And we have TikTok. Alright, so what's going on in this connection? Well, I'm hearing this person thinks that they are a gift. So some of you, this person could be a little bit self-involved. They think about themselves so often that maybe that's why there's no contact, if that's the situation right now, or that's why things are murky, because they're really into themselves, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But for you, I think this is a bad thing. Sometimes, not always, but it's something that frustrates you, that they can't give you the time of day, and they take so much time just being involved with themselves. And it's not like they're trying to heal something necessarily, but they just can be a little selfish sometimes. But that's not for everybody. For some of you, this person has been struggling with some anxiety about the conflicts that they've had in their lives, whether that be with you or somebody else or other people. This person has felt like there's been a lot of problems, I think it is with you, that really has kept them up at night. And also has triggered some trauma within them in the past. Or this could be vice versa. This could be you who's been triggered by this connection. For some of you, this person has really started off being really romantic, if this was that kind of relationship, being really romantic, bringing you flowers, bringing you gifts, bringing you this, bringing you that, and really trying to woo you, right? But like it was like almost once they had you in their sights, once they had you within their hands, then it was like, oh, well, now I don't need to do all that because I've got them. So if that's the case, I have to say that this is not going to be for everyone. And please don't only take this as if it resonates. But people who do that, and I don't like using this word, but people who do that are sometimes narcissists. But I can't diagnose somebody. I'm not a doctor, and I also am just reading tarot. But I'm just saying that people who do that, who get you in their grasp and then just kind of let it fly after that, knowing that they already have you, not treating you right, that kind of person tends to be a narcissist. And that doesn't mean clinically, but it could be, they could just be displaying narcissistic behavior, especially with this. I don't know, this guy just looks like a narcissist, does he not? But don't go throwing around that word at them, because, there's more to it than just that. But whether or not they are, if that's how they've been treating you, then, you should think about that. Because that's not a good way to value you as a person. Is it? I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, I honestly think they don't understand what they have with you, or vice versa. And also, with the advice here, just get to it, is that something new should begin, whether that be a new relationship, a new start, freeing yourself from this person, or starting over together. If this was not a narcissistic person, then it would be starting over together. But you only have so much time. You cannot let this continue, because eventually it's going to cause a lot of problems, whether that be the end of the relationship, whether that be some other kind of problems. I'm hearing legal problems for some of you. Some of you might get pregnant from this person. Some of you just might get too involved with this person. They might, enmesh your money somehow. There just could be some kind of devil energy. There's no devil on the table here, but the devil energy is just like an attachment that is hard to get off. And that's what I'm feeling here, is like, if something doesn't change, then it could become a negative attachment, if this person is not a negative person already for you. Because it's not necessarily. This person, so for others of you, I have to say, this person could have been like, you felt like, wow, like, I can't believe I got this person. This person is so nice. This person is so hot. This person is, just a really good friend to you. And they have a lot on their plate, but they give you a lot of time anyway. So this is a very different situation, obviously. But for some reason, the ending is still the same. It's like something new. This dynamic needs to change completely. You need to take a risk. You really have to take a risk within this relationship, and you have to do it soon. Because if not, things are going to start breaking down more and more and more. And it's going to become more of a competition, is what I'm hearing. So you might already be in competition if you work together. But you don't want to be one-upping each other, like, especially with your traumas, is what I'm hearing. Like, maybe the person is like, well, this happened to me when I was a kid. And then you're like, well, this happened to me, and that's even worse. And don't do that, please. Nobody, we can't compare traumas. It's not a good thing to do anyway. But it's also very unhelpful within a relationship. Nobody's going to ever say, okay, you're right. And if they do, then they're not really going to feel that way. They're going to feel like they've just been beaten down. I do like this Empress here for some of you, though, because it's like, she's just very luxurious. She's very comfortable. So for some of you, this person could be dealing with some internal shit right now and is ignoring you, but it's not because of you. But this person is very aware that you are a gift in their life, and they're going to come back to you, and they're really going to make it up to you. So, of course, there's so many stories in this one. Take what resonates, right? But the main thing is that regardless of how this situation is, whether it's a narcissist, whether it's the opposite, something has to change, and something will change. And it's going to change within a quick amount of time. And for some of you, this is asking you to do that within a certain amount of time, a short amount of time. But for others, this is just saying it's going to happen within a short amount of time. Okay, so let's get some more advice for the situation, please. Actually, let's do what I did in Pal 2. So for group 3, please, give me one card for the person, one card for their person, one card for group 3, one card for their person, and then a middle card to show the truth of the matter. We have the Hierophant reversed. We have the Four of, or sorry, is that the 4 or the 6? That's the 6. We have the 6 of coins or pentacles reversed. And then we have the 10 of Cups. Okay, so, okay. So, for most of you, the thing about the narcissist is not true, because this 10 of Cups tells me a very different story. That's only for some of you. But for many of you, this person sees you as already a member of their family. That's how close you are. This person sees you as very integral to their existence. But that means that they take you for granted sometimes. And that's what is really being said. You're trying to do everything you should do, but you are a little bit different. You're eccentric. You don't like to do things the traditional way. And so you don't want to get married. You don't want to have a baby or something like that. You don't want to do what society expects of you, but this person does. They're very traditional and you're not. For many of you. So, or vice versa. But like, what needs to happen is there needs to be this give and take, and you cannot give everything of yourself, and they can't give everything of themselves. It's like both of you are asking a little too much of each other, and you have to start getting what you're asking for from yourselves instead of the other person. But also give them what you think that, give them what you're willing to give, and don't hold back because of pride. But like, only give them how much you're willing to give, and how much you can give. You need to take, that balance needs to be had of both taking care of yourself, but also taking care of this relationship. So they feel a little bit neglected by you, I think, is the thing here for some of you. But they really do have a deep love for you. So, let's see. Give us one card of advice for group 3 before we go. Nine of Pentacles. Did we already have that? No. But still, I kind of had that energy. So you both need to have some time alone for now, but not forever. And you both need to probably, you might feel like you need some assurance that it's not going to be forever. So give them some time to tell you that. Don't demand it, but communicate your needs and then let it go if you've not already done so. If you've already done so, then you don't need to do it again. And let things happen. Let what happens happen. Don't try to force the situation in any one direction, because the wheel is going to turn in the way it's going to turn, and this relationship is already has a certain destiny, and it's not going to really change the outcome that much for you to try to push it forcefully in one direction or the other. And same for them. Okay. So, thank you Group 3 so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Also, comment down below and tell me how this resonates. Come back in a few months, weeks, days, or whenever this situation sorts itself out, and tell me how it goes. I'm really curious to know. So, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.